A story in reverse. And that's how we ended up at the movie theater. We got there in Bob's bright orange Dodge, driving a Durango through Durango, and only ran 3 red lights on the way. As we were in a rush, since it took Timmy 10 minutes to find his shoes sitting by the front door. And here Mom had just wanted a quiet family film night at home. But we'd discovered, to our chagrin, that the Toy Story 2 cassette wouldn't fit in our VCR, since little Ronald shoved an almond butter sandwich in there last Tuesday. Pretty simple little exercise. And I know some of my viewers might not be familiar with some terminology there, like VCR, but you know, it shows how old I am, that I still remember when my son, my almost 22-year-old son now, was only a toddler and shoved a peanut butter sandwich all the way into our VCR and stopped it working. So, taken from a true story there. And telling a story in reverse is a great exercise. Begin at the end and go back to the beginning. What this forces you to do, I like to plot like this as well. If you've paid attention to some of my previous writings on plotting, I tend to think about the beginning, but also think about the end and try to plot backwards from the end. So if you're writing a story from the end, it's in some ways an easier way to do it, because basically you only have to go with, okay, so how did we get here? What happened right before this? All right, then what happened right before that to make that happen? What happened right before that? In some ways, it's an easier way to draw the causal connection between one scene or one moment of the story and the next, because you're going backwards. So you are continually looking for, this is the effect of what caused, and this is the effect of what caused before that, and this is the effect of what caused, as opposed to this causes what effect. There's so many possible effects that a single cause could have, but if you're going backward from effect to cause, then it's not usually as hard to identify. So give this exercise a try. See what you come up with, and post your takeaways in the comments below. I'd love to hear some backwards stories and see what you guys can draw from this. If I were to tell this story in a forward fashion, since little Ronald shoved an almond butter sandwich in the VCR last Tuesday, we discovered to our chagrin that the Toy Story 2 cassette wouldn't fit there anymore. Mom had just wanted a quiet family film night at home, but now we had to rush out the door, and it took Timmy 10 minutes to find his shoes, so we had to run 3 red lights on our way, driving Bob's bright orange Dodge Durango through Durango to get to the movie theater. That's the story in a forward fashion. I told it in reverse, so now we've got all the kind of elements there to build it up to a very, very short snippet of a story, just a short scene. But it was a fun little exercise, created a fun little story, and I hope that you guys try it out for yourselves and let me know what your takeaways are. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the flip side. Till next time, good luck and good writing. Peace.